It is the dawn of a new era. Welcome to
Touches the Spin.
Clearly we have coordination here.
Touches the Spin.
Touches the Spare, T and Veer, long time associates and
And part-time football fans.
part-time football fans. Alright, listen, today we have to talk about Kai Havertz to Arsenal. It looks like it's going to be completed. £60 million, £5 million in add-ons, appearances, all that stuff. Veer, a resident Chelsea fan here. But I'm interested about this. We were big fans of Kai Havertz. Well, we're coming into the Premier League. And it didn't really work out so far with him with Chelsea, but you have more insight. So let me just ask you this to start off. Your first thought, like, when you heard he was in transfer rumors, where you felt?
Happy for him. because okay, first of all, you said we were fans of Kai Havertz. I am a fan of Kai Havertz.
We are. It's just a joke.
Right?
Banter. Yeah.
Banter. I personally think that he is a phenomenal football player.
Right, yeah.
And the way I perceived his time at Chelsea was that he played out of position. And I'm pretty sure as a football fan, not a Chelsea fan, just a football fan like looking on, you feel the same way.
Yeah, exactly. I know he in Leverkusen he had different rules.
Yeah.
He played up top kind of near the end, and I think Chelsea, I don't know if it was just Chelsea as a whole or just the coaching staff saw him as that because he kind of adjusted to that role. But to me, he's really an attacking. He's a 10.
Yeah, I think he's a 10.
But the game doesn't have 10s the same way anymore, right? You had to be able to defend these days. He could play on the wing, but he's not fast. So he has all these things that are positive qualities, but then not to say it's a negative, but there's a little bit of a drawback to it, right? Like if he plays up top, he's not really a striker. He has the touch, but you're not gonna have the finishing ability. And play on the wing, he'd have the pace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and like when these rumors started, I in a couple of groups I saw people posting like Arsenal making another bad decision, another mediocre player. And one thing I know about him, and again as a Real Madrid fan, which
I'll talk about that too because he was in rumors for
right. Even in the games that Chelsea played Real up to this year in Champions League, I think he's a real big game player.
Yeah,
like he real steps up in big moments, and in those games in Champions League,
final.
In the final, exactly. He's massive. Like he you could tell that he's actually a world class player, in my opinion.
Yeah, I love how you said it, right? When they started off, he said basically he's a football player.
Exactly.
Like he's like he's a basketball phrase, be like he's a football player's football player.
Yeah,
you know
exactly,
what I mean?
Exactly.
But football's so different, and it depends on the country and the tactics, so many things. That's why I think you always start in the Champions League.
For sure.
The way the game might be played in Germany, more high octane, end to end, higher lines, or Spain, more technical, slower. To me, kind of seems to fit his play. And just on the Real Madrid point, I'm a Real Madrid fan, despite the Bochum kit. But the Bochum, yes.
Look out for all these special kits that T will be wearing during these episodes.
Let's see what happens there. We have one special kit. Not to get too off topic, we'll talk about that
the
at
good
the
thing
end.
is you can't even see his name in the picture. How lovely.
Wait. Alright,
there.
You saw it enough. But as a Real Madrid fan, when the rumors about Kai Havertz started, I was actually very excited because I thought this is a player who I feel, like I said, his value's been depressed. People are underrating him to me at this point, and I understand it isn't perfect. But also, let's be real. Sorry, the Chelsea's been a mess.
Yeah.
It's so hard to evaluate anybody at Chelsea currently.
No, absolutely.
Based on the last
and that's
year.
the real challenge with people like Kai and now Mason Mount. Those players who are looking to leave.
Right,
and working like with the transfer fees or the offers that we getting versus the value that they previously had. I mean, that's football and life. I guess if you have a rough patch, your value obviously will diminish.
One man's trash
is another man's gold. Is that what you
Treasure. Damn, this show is not going anywhere. Yeah.
I said goal because it's a football show. One man's trash is another man's goal.
It's the kind of analysis you'll be getting here. One man's trash
is another man's gold.
For Arsenal.
They threat. And that was the next point. For Arsenal.
Right.
I think because of first of all the way they play, it already is a better fit for him.
Yes.
Tactically, and I'm sure because I think we were talking this morning about where he's rumored to play there.
Right, in what position?
In what
right.
position?
I mean, like inverted
Exactly.
8 instead of false 9 or whatever.
Inverted 8, I think, would be much better for him.
How about him defensively? No, from your watching him last
Right.
2 seasons, right? What's your assessment of him defensively?
One thing that I think he's really good at is he's an underrated with, I guess, is his ability in the air.
Okay, right.
He's
heightened.
tall.
Yeah.
He's tall. So defensively for set pieces, he's always in the back. I think he actually wins a lot of those headers now. So I think defensively, from like a set piece standpoint,
You have something.
is already a positive for most teams.
Right.
And for Arsenal as well, because they have Zinchenko, the shortest player in the world.
Yeah.
No, but I think he will benefit. And then, in terms of effort, the problem is with Chelsea, because we're chasing most games,
right,
and on the back foot, it looks like all the players are chasing for most of it, and even when they're given 100%, is reckless tackles and things, but he gives 100%. Like, he always running back.
Okay, right.
He's always helping. I sounded like a real big Kai Havertz fan.
I mean, listen,
right now.
I think his quality list,
Yeah.
I feel like some of the judgments on players sometimes too harsh. We constantly see players in different environments. I remember Diego Forlan, right? Not good at United. Went to Villarreal, very good. World Cup, incredible. He was always a quality striker.
Yeah.
It just in that time and space it didn't work out.
Yeah.
And that's true throughout football. I get so annoyed actually when I see people just label a player as one thing or another in a certain environment. When to me it's like you're doing hot takes for Twitter. You're not really evaluating who the guy is, you know. So defensively, can he play a midfield with Odegaard being, the man at the top? Can he do enough, or is that midfield too weak?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a good question. Xhaka left Arsenal.
Yeah,
He played for most of the season. He played in that role, and I found that originally I thought that Xhaka was more of a defensive midfielder based on his previous time in Arsenal.
Yeah.
But this year he was heavily involved in the attack,
Liberated.
assisting, shooting. So I feel like if you put a person like Kai in there, and tell him he needs to do a little more work defensively, but has a lot more room for creativity.
Okay.
Playing with a player like Odegaard who's going to be feeding him, and I think it's going to be fantastic, especially with the front three in front of him. I mean, that's why I wanted him to play at Chelsea.
Right,
He just
yeah,
didn't have the personnel for that.
to help that. And then you had some other 20 players in midfield too, the chance of him playing that deep.
Yeah.
Alright, so last thing, we see players change positions all the time, right? So Toni Kroos used to be really more like an attacking midfielder. Completely, as Simon on at Leverkusen and Bayern, a little bit more attacking at Madrid, ends up being not really the holding midfielder, obviously, because Casemiro was there, but much further back. Do you think Kai, because potentially it's going to be a whole shift for him, do you think he has a real future as a centre midfielder who could play an 8 role and kind of do it all?
I do.
Alright.
Because again, I think I mean, 3 years ago, if you asked me about Kai, I would have told you he's one of the best young players in the world.
I mean,
and I still think
is he even 20? Is he 23 yet? I don't think so.
He's a youth.
Yeah, he's still young.
So I don't see why not. And we have so much more that we could talk about, because we're talking about his move from Chelsea and tactics, etc. And then when you look at the history of Chelsea strikers, and how all of them have failed over the last
Mateo Kezman.
Post with Drogba being the anomaly in between.
Yeah.
You had Kezman and Crespo and all them, and
a lot of just didn't work out.
And then fast forward to the Torreses of the world, the Moratas of the world.
Felix even in a way.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's difficult.
Alright. Let me ask last thing. I know I said last thing before,
thing.
As a Chelsea fan, so 2 things. How do you feel about the fee? Do you feel like whoever wasn't a fit, move on? And then are you fearful of, because there's always it's always a little bit different when they sell a player to a rival and they have to deal with him in the league.
Yeah.
So is there? I mean, it hurts more.
Yeah.
So those 2 things, like, what do you think about the fee? And if you feel like, you know what, even though it didn't work out, whatever, and then about him playing for Arsenal, like about them their title chances now.
In terms of the fee, first, I would say that I think I touched on it before, which is, post this season,
Yeah.
you have to be grateful for what you get.
That's true.
And I think that for him and Mason, even though we're asking for a little bit more, what we're getting is still getting back from Arsenal and potentially Man U from Mason is still value.
Yeah.
The problem is
probably more like honestly,
yeah. I think
Kai
that
probably with 14 or
and then-
35 based on
Chelsea. I mean, a whole episode needs to be on like that financial aspect of how they work in it. Because they put on long-term deals so that they could they could
We're signing NBA level contracts.
Exactly.
USA.
But they're actually doing good business. Thank God for the Saudi League, which is another episode we have to talk about.
Yes, we'll be talking about that in the future.
Because
for sure.
we actually getting rid of a lot of players for decent money. So I think they're actually doing decent business in the transfer window so far. And then dealing with them in the league right now, sad to say that in my mind, Chelsea's not even a contender.
Right, yeah,
So
I mean, that's fair.
I'm not even equating it to that. And I want them men to succeed. I don't want Arsenal to succeed or Man U. But
I want to see Kai.
But I want to see Kai do well. I want to see Mason do well. So it's not I'm fearful of facing them until Chelsea becomes, the team that I equate them to be. Then I'm not even studying us being rivals with big teams anymore.
It's a very healthy perspective. That's the kind of takes to get in here.
Chelsea fans gonna hate me and comment, get rid of this man.
No one's commenting on this video.
The one Chelsea fan, which is going to be my mother.
Alright, okay, so that's it. That's some Kai Havertz talk. We'll see, as we said, quality footballer. The game had changed a bit, and some of his play style may not be as modern, but you never know. And I kind of like Arteta. I'm gonna care for him. You're gonna care for him. He's not just gonna throw him out there.
Well. I think that he's a player's coach.
He's a player's coach.
I think he's a player's coach.
Side note, end of the episode here, but we need to shout out our man here, Ryan Mira. We went to the Red Bulls game yesterday. I'll let Veer talk and let you know a bit about this. But we went to the Red Bulls game in New Jersey. Got to see it was a real good game actually. 2-2. We show some clips of us at the game. But we have a cool story about this jersey and the man behind it.
Well, I didn't know we were going into story time. But, so basically Ryan and I played in college together in our freshman year here in New York at Fordham University. So we're, friends. So because I'm here for a few days, we decided to go to the game. And we were able to actually wait after the game, and he came up, signed some autographs for the kids, and we spoke for a few minutes, and then he gave me his jersey, at which point many kids asked me if they could take the jersey, and I had to be a bad person and tell them absolutely not. Right?
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, that's what this jersey is. This is Ryan's jersey from last night's game against Charlotte FC. New York Red Bulls versus Charlotte FC, which was actually a very exciting game.
A very good game. Yeah. Red Bulls not really good right now. The crowd was dead, but the rhythm section was incredible.
Yeah.
So
actually, big up to the rhythm section who played and were loud for the entire game. They didn't even take a break. And I think they kind of helped get them back into the game with your Belgium friend.
Oh! Not my friend. And on that note, that's the first episode of Touches to Spare.
Touches
to Spare. We'll be back with you. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff in football. If you have stuff you want to put in the comments, questions you want to ask, let us know. We're always open for feedback. Thanks for watching. T and Veer signing off.
Have a good day, guys.